welcome your 2026 Kansas City Chiefs.
With my partner, Greg Olsen, I'm Mike Tirico. We are just about set to kick it off. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. And he will be stopped at the 25-yard line, so that's where this opening drive of the game will begin. 10th season now for the two-time MVP of the league, three-time Super Bowl MVP, Patrick Mahomes, Greg, back after suffering the knee injury in Week 15 of the 2025 season.
You know, we can dive into the pieces and how do they get better and, you know, what is the future of Andy Reid and the Kansas City Chiefs. But, Mike, right now, for today at least, the story is a healthy Patrick Mahomes is just good for the NFL. It's good to see him back out there running around, leading this Chiefs offense. It just feels right when 15's behind center. And, man, he's had a long road to recovery, and the entire league's just happy to see him back. We hear the term RPO so often, Mike, and it continues to kind of trickle its way into the NFL. But remember, it's a lot different in the NFL than it is in the college game where it's a lot more prevalent. The lineman cannot go downfield, so that quarterback has to make a lot of really fast snapshot decisions, or else it's going to lead to a penalty or him holding on to the ball too long. So it's something that teams want to implement, but maybe not quite to the level that we see in the college game.
Trying to avoid the early 3 and out, they face 3rd and a yard. Now, Mahomes. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. Inside the 30. And he'll be marked down at the 15-yard line.
So it's man coverage, Mike. You have to keep track of who your responsibility is. And in this case, he just drops him. He's wide open. Short throws turn into long runs, and they're inside the red zone.
Line of scrimmage is the 15. It's 1st and 10. In motion, that's Thornton. A shotgun run now with Walker. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple.
Taken down at the 14-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Second down, 8 yards to go. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. That is caught. Fighting for the goal line. They're going to stop him just short, but he has picked up the first down.
Well, they certainly aren't wasting any time marching down the field. I mean, you only need one hand to count how many plays they've run, and yet they find themselves 1st and goal inside the low red zone.
They put Kelsey in motion. Walker, and he's not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose yardage. They push him backwards.
I give that defense all the credit in the world there, Mike. And offensively, you find yourself 1st and goal from the 1. You have to find a way to get that last yard and put the ball in the end zone. There's no excuses to miss a touchdown here.
Trying to punch it in with Smith. And he's going to be stopped in the backfield. Taken down back at the 3.
It makes sense on 2nd and goal, Mike, to keep this ball on the ground. You always have 3rd down again to finally punch it in. But now after the defense forces you backwards, I think you have to consider putting this one in the air here on 3rd and goal.
3rd and goal. Mahomes. That one swung out wide to Walker. And he's going nowhere. Met and dropped behind the line. And now it's 4th and goal.
So often down here in these goal-to-go situations, so much of the emphasis is placed on taking away the wide receivers and the tight end targets in the end zone. It's not so easy bringing these backs down on the check down, so give a lot of credit to this defense, rallying to the ball and keeping them short of the end zone. You know, they did a lot of good things on this opening drive, Mike. I know they stalled out once they got down there into the red zone. They're going to need to work on finishing some of these drives as this game moves along. But that's a good 3 points to start this game.
Points on that opening drive. We'll see the response as the kick's away. On the return, it's Ty Johnson. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Bills offense heading out, led by their now 30-year-old quarterback, the MVP of the NFL a couple of seasons ago, Josh Allen.
There's just certain guys, Mike, when they take the field and they step into the huddle, the other 10 players, they just take a little bit of a deeper breath. They're like, man, I'm glad this guy is on our side, and he's certainly one of them. He just brings an element of confidence to everybody else around him, not only in the huddle, but on the sideline, on the defense, the coaching staff. Everyone is better as the result of him being your quarterback.
Keon Holden, the intended receiver. It's second down.
And the defender does such a good job, Mike, not only putting himself in position to make the play, but how often do we see guys that are there and they just can't quite make it? In this case, he's there, knocks the ball down, really nice play.
In motion, Shakir. On the ground, this is James Cook. He'll pop this ahead for about 4, but it will set up third down.
At the 27-yard line. It's a gain of 4, and it's third down.
In motion, Shakir. On third down, it's Josh Allen. He's got his man. That's Coleman. 11 yards on the connection there. First down, Buffalo.
On the play.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
So from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
And I like the idea of moving the pocket. It makes it harder for the defense to rush the passer, but you have to account for the end man on the line of scrimmage, and that guy's job is to set an edge. Nobody gets outside of me. In this case, the quarterback. You've got to be better protecting your edges anytime you put your quarterback on the move.
Throwing on second down. It's Allen. He gets this to the tight end, Dalton Kincaid. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. Allen to his tight end, Kincaid, and the Bills have a first down. Now, faking the give. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Moore going in motion. Play action now, and here's Allen. They convert downfield, but it is caught. And it'll be taken down after a gain of 9, and third down.
That quarterback called that play in the huddle. That ball was only going to one guy. He was the first read, the second read, and the check down, and it was called to perfection. They got the perfect look and led to a nice game.
They'll try and run here with Cook. And he's going to have a Bills first down by a couple of yards. They get 4 on that 3rd and 2.
I know it's early in this game, but In my mind, that's 4-down territory, and certainly now the coach doesn't have to make that decision. He keeps it on the ground on 3rd and short, gets a fresh set of downs, and now they got to see if they can come away with some points.
Play action. Here's Allen. To the left side, it's caught by Shakir. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
Brings up 2nd and
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
Quickly to Shakir on the RPO. And a good job rallying to the football. Holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
From the gun, Josh Allen. That one on target, some more. A gain there of 10 yards. Good for a Bills first down.
And that's the reason the Bills traded for DJ Moore back during the offseason, so that he can make plays like this. You know, you think over the course of the Josh Allen era in Buffalo, you know, it's been a while since they've had a certified #1 receiver. They definitely think DJ Moore can fill that void.
And he will be out of bounds on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. So we are through 1 here on Sunday Night Primetime. 3-0 is our score. We'll be back in Kansas City after this. The Bills with it to start quarter number 2. They've got it looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. Going to give it to Cook. Maybe a couple there. It's 3rd down.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
On 3rd down, and that is incomplete. Contact occurred just as the ball was arriving. There are no flags. It's 4th down.
Well, here we find the best laid plans sometimes do go astray. Every offense, Mike, what do they tell us? We want to stay ahead of the chains. We want to stay on schedule. This was a 3rd and very reasonable. Incomplete on that 3rd down try. Now brings up 4th and short. So here we are early in the game. Both teams are matching field goals, kind of feeling each other out. You know, is this going to be a high-scoring game, a low-scoring game? Once they get a feel, I wouldn't be surprised to see both offenses try to start opening things up.
Field goals for both sides on their opening possessions. 3-3 as this one's kicked away. Nico Remigio to bring it back. And he will get cut down short, shy of the 20-yard line. The Chiefs offense ready to see the football for the 2nd time. They'll work in a tie game here in the 2nd quarter and get started with 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. He'll get this complete to Walker. And they're going to mark him down right at the 30-yard line.
It's a gain of 11.
They get 11. And quickly pick up the 1st down.
First down.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
So, 1st and 10 now from the 30. Motion man is Rice. A first down throw for Mahomes. Working the right side, taken in by Rice. And he'll be driven out of bounds, and that's a pickup of 8.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd down and 2. The run up the middle. It's Walker. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield. It's a pickup of 12. First down, KC.
That's good.
I mean, you talk about a crazy 12 months for Kenneth Walker. He goes from Super Bowl MVP back in February. Then he hits free agency and gets paid by the Chiefs. And they just love the mix of his speed, his power, and they think he's a huge missing piece of getting this offense back on track.
Short throw, caught by the tight end, Gray. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 48-yard line.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 8. They'll send Worthy in motion. On 2nd down, Mahomes. He's got his tight end. That's Travis Kelce. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
So he makes his first catch of the day, and even though it doesn't look like much, Mike, sometimes those are the touches that you can build off of. You know, it's like in basketball, what they say, sometimes you just need to see the ball go through the hoop.
They'll send Worthy in motion. 3rd and short. Here's Patrick. That's complete to Rice. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
That's another
offensively landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that would be a bit of a letdown.
And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up 2nd down.
It's 2nd down.
They just have to be more creative with their route concepts, Mike. I mean, there's nobody open, nowhere to go with the ball, and quarterback's just forced to throw that one away.
See what they have for 2nd and 10. Mahomes now to throw again. Moving left, he'll tuck it and take off. And he will give himself up at the end of that one.
Initially, they do a really nice job taking away his first and second reads, but what they failed to do is account for him as a runner. He ends up making something positive out of a play that initially didn't look like it had much of a chance.
On 3rd down, Mahomes. That is caught. He gets the hook up with Rice. That's catch 3 just on this drop. And it gets his team a first down.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They clearly have a mismatch in their favor, and every time they've looked his way, he's continued to make big plays. If I'm this coordinator, I think I'm giving him one more shot and see if he can push this thing over the goal line and come away with 6.
They put Kelce in motion. That's caught. It's Xavier Worthy. And they're in business now. He is out of bounds inside the 10.
That's another
first time he's caught a ball here tonight, and it is good for a first down.
1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
Here's Walker. And this one blown up. Good surge will drop him. A loss on the play back to the 9-yard line.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits. What do you feel comfortable dialing up here on 2nd and goal?
Now from the 9, it'll be 2nd and goal. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. He pulls it in around the 5.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
Throwing here on 3rd and goal. They'll try to set up the screen here with Walker.
This is a really well-designed play down in the red zone. We see teams run this time and time again, fast to the flat. What they're doing is they're putting a lot of conflict of responsibility. Those edge defenders in the run game, a lot of times are also responsible for the flat area in the passing game. So things happen fast, threaten those responsibilities, and let the running back do the rest.
Harrison Butker now for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Chiefs take a 10-3 lead.
Bills 3.
So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. Johnson now to return. Woo. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Bills offense ready for their second possession. Just the lone field goal for them so far. Down 10-3 in this one. And they'll start 1st and 10. Man in motion is Coleman. They'll start on the ground with Cook. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down.
Brought down at the 30-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, it's Allen. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. When that defender's bearing down, you really get a good idea of what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are unwilling.
Hit as he throws, that one will fall to the turf, and it's incomplete. The pressure too much to get away from that time. Good 3rd down stop, and it sets up 4th down. So the drive stalls out, and here's the Aussie Mitch Wishnowsky to punt. Kansas City sends Nico Remigio back to return. And it's a decent return. Gets some of that yardage back before he's forced out of bounds.
1st and 10.
So, here comes the KC offense set to take over once more. They had that field goal in the opening drive, the touchdown last time they had it. So 2 drives, 2 scores, and here's drive 3. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. Over the middle, that's Kelsey. That keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
And 3 at the 47-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. They put Kelsey in motion. Mahomes looking to throw on second down. That's to Gray, open on the left side. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
And that first down was huge for this offense. Now they can take a deep breath. Focus on trying to put a late scoring drive together before we hit the halftime break.
First and 10. Throwing is Mahomes. Looking middle. He's got Kelsey. And they're into field goal range now as he's got the first down at the 26-yard line. Now the Chiefs going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock stops with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Good start to this drive so far. Another first and 10. To the air once more, it's Mahomes. And not liking anything downfield, he'll just get this to the sideline. It is incomplete.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
He'll check this down to the running back. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot. Now KC going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it just a little bit over 30 seconds to go in this first half. Third and inches. Oh, there's movement up front. That's going to make this third down a lot tougher.
Still third down.
Throwing again, it's Mahomes. He'll go right and find his running back, and he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
Now they're entering the area of the field, especially with the amount of yards they've gained on this possession, Mike, where it feels like a touchdown is critical. For the defense, settling for a field goal here, especially with the ball where it is, feels like a win.
The Chiefs will use their third and final timeout here, and they'll get a chance to talk things over after picking up that first down. Harrison Butker on now for the field goal. This from 30 yards out. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Chiefs going to tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half. So 2 seconds left to play, and the kick's away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's first and 10. Here's Allen to throw. Looking downfield for Coleman. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the third quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olsen.
All right, Scott, thank you. Second half drawing near. So good to have you back with us here on EA Sports. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. Johnson now to return. He'll come across the 20 and taken down at the 21-yard line. The Bills offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. They're in a 10-point hole. It's 13-3 as this drive starts with first down. And in motion is Coleman. They go play action now. Here's Allen. That's over the middle to his tight end, Kincaid.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game. And you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
From the 31, here comes a second and a yard. On the handoff, this is Cook. Lots of space, past the 45. And he's taken down, but just shy of midfield. Trying to claw their way back into this one, and that'll help. It's a first down.
You know, and those are the types of runs, Mike, that when you look back on last year is a big reason that James Cook led the league in rushing. Has great patience, lets his blocks develop, and then it's really the burst through the initial hole, and when he gets out in space, he's gone.
And in motion is Coleman. They'll keep it on the ground with Cook. And he's going to be taken down. Not so easy this time. They drop him back behind the line. It's second down.
Some defensive ends specialize in getting after the quarterback. Some defensive ends specialize in run game. This guy can really make an impact on both, as we saw here for that tackle for loss.
The tight end, Kincaid, in motion. Allen now on second down. That one's incomplete. Good coverage there. Made it uncomfortable for the receiver. Couldn't hang with it, and it brings up third down.
I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
Allen to throw on third and long. He'll drop this one down to the fullback. Pretty good effort on that one. It will not be enough. It's going to bring up fourth down.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a fourth down decision to make.
They're going on fourth down. Allen. This one incomplete. The defense up to the challenge there. They force the incompletion, and they'll take the ball over on downs. A fake to Walker, and now Mahomes. Got a man over the middle, it's Worthy. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. That one good for a dozen. And a very quick first down.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
They go play action with Mahomes. He'll locate Thornton over the middle.
Pass complete to Tyquan Thornton. It's a gain of 8. Brings up second and 2 at the 35-yard line.
From the 35, here's second and a couple. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. Oh, what a catch there. He pulled it in one-handed. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line. Mahomes finding Rice for the Kansas City first down.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
This will be a second down and 6. Right back to the air for Mahomes. He's got it inside the 5. And the Chiefs are going to be looking at first and goal. They move it down to the 4.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now, this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's first and goal.
A run on first and goal. And he's going to go backwards, taken down at the 6.
He was taken down behind.
Great job here by the defense, making sure that they have one defender responsible for the running back and one responsible for the quarterback. In this case, they decide to give it to the back. He's taken down for a loss.
Second and goal. Now it's from the 6-yard line. Motion man is Rice. One more time with Walker. And he will get into the end zone. Kenneth Walker. Touchdown, Chiefs.
Touchdown,
He's got another one.
Chiefs.
His second touchdown of the evening. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finish it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
And Butker on for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Chiefs will extend this third quarter lead.
Bills 3.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Johnson now to return. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. The Bills' offense headed back to take over once more. The deficit is 17, so they got to start cutting into it soon. See if it starts here. First and 10. On the ground, it's Cook to start this drive. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a first down. A pickup of 9.
At the 34-yard line.
This is one of those cases where having high-end speed in the backfield can be such a game changer. The offensive linemen don't need to hold their blocks quite as long. You give this guy a little bit of a crease, and man, he is gone.
Man in motion is Coleman. Once again, it's Cook. And he's going to be close to a first down. Looks like he'll have just enough to keep the chains moving.
It's possible they could have tried to be a little bit more aggressive on second down, knowing they had 3rd and inches in their back pocket. But I don't think anyone's going to complain. Pick up the first down, extend the drive, see if you can go score.
On first down, it's Allen. He'll dump this down to the fullback coming out of the backfield. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
Seems like the fullback is kind of the last of a dying breed, but we see them used occasionally in the run game. But man, when you have a guy that you can target in the passing game, it just adds one more layer for a defense to have to worry about.
A run up the middle with Cook. And he'll take this one forward for about 3. And that's a first down.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
Now Allen on first down. A pass caught right side by Coleman. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Trying to start this long road back. They've got a first down here.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
Khalil Shakir, the intended target. And it'll lead to a second down.
Brings up second
and that sideline just cannot believe their guy did not come down with that play. I mean, that's as easy as it gets. I frankly don't blame him. I mean, that's a play at this level you just have to make. Your teammates are dependent on it.
Now Allen to throw on second down. That one thrown behind his target, and it'll be incomplete.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. The question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
On third down, it's Josh Allen. Fought for and caught for the first down. Give him 16 there and a first down.
First down, Buffalo.
Points have certainly been hard to come by in this one today, Mike, but it seems like this drive has been what they've been searching for. A little bit of rhythm, the ability to sustain. Now they got to finish. Now they got to capitalize on these first downs and go finish with 6.
Allen quickly out to Moore. And he's going to have a first down as he's taken down on what is the final play of this third quarter. So, 3 quarters now in the books. And Sunday Night Primetime continues after this. Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work 1st and 10. Allen going to throw again. That is hauled in at the 5. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
A gain of 9.
This pitch and catch may have looked routine, but I promise you, Mike, these types of anticipatory throws, especially outside the numbers, they don't occur without countless reps, oftentimes when nobody's even watching.
They'll run the draw with Cook. And he's going to lose yardage here. Taken down back at the 8.
A little surprising to see them keep the ball on the ground, especially given the situation, Mike. I mean, you're trailing. You haven't had a lot of success running the ball up until this point. They need chunk plays. They need to score, and they need to score fast.
The tight end Kincaid in motion. Allen going to make the read and hold on here. This will not do the trick. They've stopped it behind the line. 4th down coming up.
Just feels like this has been the story of the day for this offense. Just unable to get anything going on the ground, and a big reason they find themselves trailing and another loss of yards.
The offense staying out there for this 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Allen. And that is not going to work. It is incomplete. They go for it on 4th and wind up turning it over on down.
You find yourself down big. It's the 4th quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
Patrick Mahomes going to lead the KC offense back out for this next drive. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read seemingly every time. The RPO, that one is complete. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8.
Really nice timing on that slant route. You can tell the quarterback and the wide receiver are completely on the same page, and when executed at that level, it's virtually impossible to stop.
From the 20, here's 2nd and 2. Motion man is Rice. Mahomes now on 2nd down. That's into the hands of Thornton. And mark him down up beyond the 30. They get 12 yards on that pass, and the Chiefs have a 1st down.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the 1st down.
He's got room to the 45, and he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line. They get an even 20 on that one. Good for a Chiefs 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground and keep it with Walker. And a good tackle out wide will hold him to a gain of just 3.
He was tackled at the 46-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 46-yard line, a 2nd down and 6. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Big Ed Oliver in there for a loss of 5 on the sack. And now it's 3rd down. Throwing now, Mahomes. Short throw, caught by the tight end, Gray. It'll gain some yardage here, but that is not nearly enough for the 1st down. So it's going to bring up 4th down.
When you throw the ball short of the sticks on third down, you're relying heavily on the yards after the catch. So give credit to the defense here. Once the ball carrier had the ball, multiple guys around him, corralled him, take him down short of the sticks.
On now is Ariza to punt it away. That one hits at the 3, but goes in the wrong direction for the punter. It turns out to be a touchdown. As the Bills head back out on offense, you can look at one of the best Chiefs defensive coordinators, Steve Spagnuolo. Spags, once a head coach with the Rams back in their St. Louis days, and briefly was an interim head coach with the Giants. He's been the architect of this defense since taking over in 2019 and the winner of 3 Super Bowl titles. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. The tight end Kincaid in motion. Man in motion is Coleman. Throwing now, Allen here on 1st down. That'll be taken in by Moore. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
Allen now on 2nd down. That's taken in. It's James Cook. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line. They'll get 19 out of that play. 1st down, Buffalo. So 2 minutes left to play in the 2nd half. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. They'll have it 1st and 10. From the gun, Josh Allen. That's to the left side and taken in by Coleman. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 48-yard line.
2nd down, they need 2 yards. To the air once more is Allen. That's complete. Some more on the right side. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
A gain of 14.
The Bills going to use the first of their timeouts, and they'll take it with just over 90 seconds left on the clock. One more time going up top with Allen. A throw on the run is complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, inside the 20.
A gain of 18.
That's another 1st down, another big play. The defense has some issues. Gain of 18. The tight end Kincaid in motion. Throwing again is Allen. That's to the end zone, but it is incomplete. He was looking to get it to DJ Moore. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, we all know the running joke, right, Mike? If this guy could catch, he'd be playing offense. And, well, I think that's kind of a joke for the past. These defensive players are incredible these days. That's just too easy. You've got to secure that interception for your defense and get off the field.
That's over the middle to his tight end, Kincaid. Now a timeout, Buffalo. Their 2nd. Talk things over before 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
To throw again, it's Allen. They'll set up the screen to Cook. And they're going to have enough to convert here. And it sets up 1st and goal.
At the 5-yard line.
What an impressive drive this has really been, and it's a combination of big plays and 3rd down conversions. Now after that last 3rd down pickup, it's 1st and goal. They got a chance to finish this really impressive drive and come away with 6.
Again, it's Allen to the air. That one to the end zone, but incomplete.
And while this one is all but over, these guys aren't going to let up one bit. They have a lot of pride in their performance, Mike, and just because they had this big lead, they're not going to give you anything easy here down the stretch.
Another one from the 5, 2nd down and goal. Looked like a lateral there, but now it's a free football. It's pulled in by the Chiefs. Accelerating toward midfield. To the 20. And he returns this all the way. Touchdown, Kansas City.
Man, to have such a great drive going, you've worked yourself all the way down the field in a position to get 6. And really, it seemed like all they needed to do was just protect the ball, and the touchdown was a foregone conclusion. Instead, a little casual, a little loose, and defense is able to strip it away and take it all the way back for a touchdown.
Here's Butker now for the extra point. He knocks it through, and the Chiefs will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter.
Bills 3.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. To return, here's Ray Davis. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25.
The Bills take over.
So now here comes the Buffalo offense heading back out onto the field. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Allen. Our throw here, right side, falls incomplete.
And this is where the timing of these passing games, you see guys, they call it routes on air, Mike. During the course of the week, there's no defense, nobody playing on coverage, but it's the timing. It's be on time, get your depth, be where the quarterback expects you to be, because then when the game starts, things get sped up just a little bit more for the quarterback. And in this case, it's a perfect example. He's open. He tries to lead his guy, just puts a little too much in front of him.
And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. A 19-yard pickup there. Good for a Bills first down. In motion, Shakir. So this one in the win column for the Chiefs. They didn't quite get the shutout they were hoping for and likely deserved. This was a tremendous defensive performance.